Hello fellow kitty cat people. So today I wanted to show you what I feed my cat. My cat's name is Sammy. Sammy is about 3 years old, previously a stray cat living outside. At the time of this video, he's been inside for about a month. So Sammy's diet is wet food, and then as taming treats we are using a dry food. So I'm going to go through the ingredients of both with you. So every morning and night I feed Sammy his wet food. This is what he definitely prefers, and I really like it for hydration for him. I did start off with just dry food and I found he drank a lot, but once I switched to the wet food, I don't see him drinking as much, but there's way more pee in the litter box, so it obviously has to be much better for him. And after a little bit of research, I definitely believe wet food or raw food is more appropriate than dry food. So we have chosen to feed him primarily wet food, and I am just using the dry food for treat taming, so doing little trails of treats to try to get him closer and closer and comfortable with us. So the first wet food that we started with was Natural Balance salmon formula. So it contains salmon, chicken liver, fish broth, white fish, dried egg, ground brown rice, carrots, natural flavors, and then there's obviously a whole bunch of the minerals and whatnot. So I do really like this food. I think the ingredients are pretty nice. There are a little bit of carbs with the brown rice and the carrots, and just from what I read, it's not essential for cats to have carbohydrates. But generally speaking, I was happy with that food. So the next brand we went to, which actually is our primary brand that I'm going to stick with for wet food, is this Feline Natural. It is from New Zealand, but I really love the ingredients that are in here, and Sammy is just crazy for this food. So we do 2 different kinds right at the moment. I like to rotate. One day we have this and one day we have that. So this one is the Beef Feast. So the ingredients are beef water, beef tripe, beef heart, beef kidney, beef spleen, beef liver, beef blood, New Zealand green mussel, fish oil, flaxseed flakes. There's some dried kelp in there, and again you have some minerals and whatnot to make it complete. So this one has no grain, wheat, corn, soy, cereals, dairy, rice, potato, or added fillers. So I really enjoy this. And it says for every 3 kilograms, you feed 1 can per day. So right now I do 1 can for Sammy. He is a 9-pound cat, but we are doing quite a bit of treats to really tame him. So we're making up in calories for that. But definitely later on I can probably give him 1.5 cans roughly once we're kind of out of the treat zone. But right now we do quite a bit of treats. So this has 191 calories per can. Now the next one we use for Sammy is the Lamb and King Salmon Feast. So this has lamb heart, water, salmon, lamb kidney, lamb liver, lamb blood, flaxseed flakes, New Zealand green mussel, and dried kelp. And again, has the other minerals needed to make it complete. Now this can is 180 calories per can. so a little bit less than the other one, but again, it's no additives like the other one, and it does recommend the same feeding for every 3 kilograms of a cat, 1 can per day, and obviously more for nursing or kittens. So I'd say Sammy enjoys both of these just as well. I've tried just the plain lamb, and I tried the beef with hoki, I think you say it. Sorry if I'm not saying that wrong, if I'm not saying that correctly. But the other one that had the beef with the fish was really stinky. Really stunk up the room. So I definitely prefer these two, and he seems to absolutely love them. So now for our treats, we're using this dry food, Acana Pacifica. So this is a Canadian brand, freeze-dried, coated for craveable flavor. Top 6 ingredients from animal sources. First 3 ingredients are fresh or raw. So we will look at the ingredients list. So the ingredients for this are raw whole Pacific herring, raw whole Pacific mackerel, raw whole hack, dehydrated herring, dehydrated blue whiting, dehydrated mackerel, whole pinto beans, whole peas, raw wild caught flounder, pollock oil, whole red lentils, whole chickpeas, whole green lentils, raw whole rockfish, sunflower oil, lentil fiber, freeze-dried cod liver, dried kelp, fresh whole pumpkin, fresh whole butternut squash, fresh kale, fresh spinach, fresh turnip greens, fresh carrots, fresh apples, fresh pears, fresh cranberries, fresh blueberries, chicory root, turmeric root, milk thistle, burdock root, lavender, marshmallow root, rose hips. So I definitely enjoy using the Acana cat food for our treat taming, because it makes me feel a lot better feeding some of this to do our little treat trails and get them kind of getting closer to us versus using, you know, your typical store-bought cat treats that you can find everywhere that kind of have some iffy ingredients. Yeah, and this food smells absolutely delicious, so he definitely loves it as a treat, and it's been working great for us. So that is Sammy's diet. Leave down in the comments what you feed your cat.